Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie Milsap, and welcome to another podcast, Music and Milsap, episode number 36.
Yes, sir. We sure had a great last episode, didn't we, Ronnie?
Well, hell yeah, we did.
Indeed. So, Ronnie, what do you say we tell your good listeners here about today's show?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I can't believe he's here, my dear friend.
In the podcast studio where we do belong.
That's right. This guy, he's a friend of mine, and I'm so happy to have him on the podcast today.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Darrell McCall. He's here.
All the way from Texas.
Yes.
Unbelievable, Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Well, it's good to be back.
Glad you're here, Darrell.
I'm glad to see you, partner.
Yes, sir. We're doing it.
I know. I'm glad. I'm honored.
Hey, I am too.
We got a good bunch sitting in front of us, Ronnie. And joining us in the podcast studio today, we have Darrell's wife, Mona, and son, Cody. Say hi to all of Ronnie's fans.
Hey,
everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, fans.
I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you, Cody. Glad to have Mona.
Yes.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Happy to be here. I'm thrilled.
She is the best, I'm telling you.
Yes, me.
I
I
love
think
you,
so too.
Ronnie
Yeah.
Milsap.
You gonna keep her, Cody?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
I think she's a keeper.
She's done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, man. And Ronnie Milsap and your dad haven't had to bail you out of prison yet.
No, not yet.
All right, folks. In the podcast today, Darrell, tell us, where are you from and where are you living now?
Oh, my goodness. That's a hard question to answer.
No, not
I'm-
for you.
I was originally born in the great state of Ohio.
Yeah.
And I moved to Nashville, Tennessee in like the latter part of 1958, early 59.
Whew.
And then I spent quite a few years here in Nashville, Tennessee and moved to Texas. We make our home in Brady, Texas now,
Brady.
and it's the country music part of Texas.
It's the heart of Texas.
Heart of Texas,
Yep.
country
of
music.
Yep.
Sure
That's it.
is.
Cody told me I can catch rattlesnakes out in your property.
Absolutely. If you walk over one of the horse troughs, you can find one.
Sounds like Mr. Producer's dream vacation. Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, when Willie moved down there, it seemed like everybody went with Willie.
Oh, yeah. Well, him and I did a song together, and that's kind of what drove me back down to Texas.
Lilydale?
Lilydale.
Lilydale.
Yeah, a great record.
Yes. Had a ball doing it. Willie's always been one of my dear friends. We kind of grew up together in the music business before we ever started recording ourselves.
So when did he start smoking pot?
What's his birthday
don't-
again?
420 maybe?
I don't know, but we stepped on the bus one time when Willie and a bunch of them were in the back of the bus. Roger Miller and I, we walked on the bus, and Roger said, "All right, boys, smoke or get off the pot."
Yeah, I get it.
That's awesome.
We'd smoke some now if we had it.
Nope.
Oh, my God.
No. Well, I think it's still illegal in...
I guess it
In
is.
Tennessee, but-
That's too bad. It'll change.
oh, man.
Darrell, you
Yes.
guys had a big show here a couple of weeks back. Why don't you tell us about that show? Did it go well?
Here in Nashville,
Yeah.
we had a ball. It was really good to be back once again, and I got a chance to sing a lot of my old records, and I had a lot of my family with me that night.
Really?
I had my brother and his wife and all the kids, and my two sisters were with me, Diane and Donna Jean.
Oh, great.
Dennis, my little brother.
Yeah.
We just had a ball. All my little nieces and nephews, and plus everybody that rode the buses with us coming up from Texas.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, at the Troubadour Theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Have they sent you the bill yet for burning the place down?
No, we had a ball, and we had a standing ovation at the end of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Hey, you deserve it.
Yes, he
all the
does.
time.
No, I don't know.
You deserve it, man.
We had a ball. I had some wonderful pickers with me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Nashville has always been good with their musicians.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we had just the top-notch musicians on stage. When they call you on stage, you better be ready to sing because they're going to pick.
Oh, yeah.
I was really proud of them. They really did a wonderful job.
Great bunch of guys, huh?
Great bunch of guys. Plus, we had a girl drummer, too. too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you
One
bet.
was from Texas, the steel guitar player, 18-year-old.
Yes, 18 years old steel guitar player from Texas, Jack Phillips.
How about that?
He was a big Buddy Emmons fan, you know, the Big E.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've nicknamed him the Big J. He loved Buddy Emmons, you know, and of course I grew up with Buddy.
He loved Dickie Overby.
Oh yeah, he loved Dickie Overby.
Boy,
Yes, he did.
He was wonderful.
Yes.
Loud.
I learned a lot about steel from Dickie Overby.
Boy, howdy, I guess.
And I was over there checking his steel out one time. I said, "What is this right here?" He said, "That's my steel guitar rag."
Sounds like a song.
Yeah.
So that's where that song came from.
And I enjoyed being back home again. I kind of call this home too, you know.
It is.
When I was growing up in this music business, I grew up as a musician, working with Farron Young and Ray Price and a few of them like Carl Smith and people like that.
Yeah.
And we never made any money at all. I think it was $15 a night on all the bus we could drive.
All the bus.
And we'd stay gone for a month at a time and come home, maybe work 4 or 5 days out of that month for $15 a day.
Wow.
If it wasn't for that chili place,
You're talking about Crystals.
Crystal
Hamburger.
Oh, my
hamburgers,
God.
10 cents a
Boy.
piece.
Yeah.
They were great.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But for me, the trade-off has always been the glorious gut bomb they give you at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was worth it.
Yes.
Quite addicting, those little things.
Yep.
Hey, Ronnie and Darrell, I got a question for you both. Where did you guys meet?
Oh, my goodness.
Randy's
That bad?
Rodeo.
That is
Wow.
Randy's Rodeo.
Right.
You're right.
That's where I met Darrell
My
first
God.
time.
That's a long time ago, too.
Where was that? In Texas?
Yes. San Antonio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
San Antonio.
You remember what year that was?
Dickie took me to a Mexican restaurant.
And you put him out of business, didn't you?
Well, I ate so much I didn't
Yes.
know if I could sing that night.
Uh-oh.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was great.
Hakalas.
Hakalas, that's right.
Mexican
Yeah.
restaurant.
They didn't make Gas X back then?
We didn't care.
Oh! Well, I always knew something along those lines was going on with Ronnie's band when they'd get to looking at each other and burst out in laughter for no apparent reason. Wow. So, Ronnie, the food was good and you overindulged.
Oh, it was great. I was so full.
Weighted down, huh?
Yeah, and I met Darrell, and he told me about Mona, his wife. And it was just an honor to finally get to meet him because I knew Diane, his sister. I knew her real well. And finally met Darrell.
Yes. I had some really good girl singers in my family. You know, I had Donna Jean, my sister, and Diane, my sister. And of course, when I ran on to Mona, that was another deal there. You know, she came in from Canada
Yeah.
and was one of the girl singers here in town and also a drummer.
Ooh.
So we got to hanging together. Next thing you know, we
You're hired.
tied the knot because she was a lot cuter than I thought a lot of them were. She was one of the first to wear a miniskirt in Nashville, I
Oh,
think.
Lordy Mama.
Oh, I couldn't stand it.
The struggle is real.
I always thought little girls were cuter than little boys anyway.
I'm with you on that.
Well, if you go downtown, you can always spot the tourists a mile away because the little gals are wearing mini skirts and cowboy boots walking that hill.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Broadway Avenue. Those are our future country singers of America.
Now, what do you say, Darrell? You said you always sang from the heart,
Yes.
like I do.
Yeah, you know, most of the artists, especially the girls nowadays, they walk out there in those bikinis and everything.
So true.
If they got a cowboy hat on, though, that makes them country.
Yeah.
But I've always learned to sing from the heart, and I think a lot of them are singing from the crotch.
They are. They are.
Wiggling it.
Yeah.
Definitely quite a difference in today's bubblegum crotch singing country versus traditional and
Oh, yeah.
traditional Texas honky tonk.
Oh, you bet. Mm-hmm. I'm so proud of Mona. She don't do that. She sings from the heart, and she's one of those Canadian girls.
Well, I'm sure your son appreciates that, don't you,
Oh,
Cody?
yeah. Definitely.
And nobody wants to see mom wiggle in it.
No.
We celebrated our 54th the other day.
Wow.
Well, congratulations,
Yeah.
man. That is wonderful.
Thank you so much, Ronnie.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, Darrell, I want to know because I'm a radio freak.
Junkie.
I am a junkie. And I know when you were 15, you were on the radio. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's on WSRW, Hillsboro, Ohio.
Boy.
They just needed somebody they put that radio station in town and didn't have anybody to run it. And nobody was a person that could talk on the radio. And they knew I'd been singing on stage and everything. They said, hey, let's get Darrell to come out here and talk on here, see if it worked. And it did. It worked. So I had a little program. I'd play our country music. I played Bob Wills, and I played Hank Thompson.
Yeah.
And I played Chet Atkins, and I played Merle Travis, and I played, Ernest Tubb. I played the old original stuff.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
Yeah.
I did it for about a year, I think it was.
At what age did you join the Army, Darrell?
I was 15.
15 when you joined?
Yes, Mama signed the papers for me.
So really you weren't supposed to be allowed to join at 15, but
No.
you said Mama signed the papers.
Yes.
Wow.
Where were you stationed,
In
Darrell?
Camp Breckenridge, Kentucky.
Where is that?
That's down between here and...
Between the Brecken and the Ridge. Isn't
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Somewhere.
Okay.
I wonder if that base is still there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. They had me as a gunner on the 105, 106, and 75 and the 3.5 rocket launcher guns.
You know where those guys moved to? Texas.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did. That's what happened to my ears, I think, when I first started. I was firing that dadblame gun, and it made the loudest noise. They said, when you fire it, you can't swallow at the same time, leave your mouth open and fire the gun. And
Really?
I did. And I still, after I fired it, I couldn't hear anything for about 3 days. Until I got in the music business, we started picking and singing. Then I picked up Dickie Overby.
Oh, yeah.
And Dickie stood right behind me playing his steel guitar.
Woo!
And that didn't help my ears out too much.
No.
Sorry about that.
If he hadn't played what I loved to hear him play, I don't know what I'd have done. If you're listening to him, you're going to enjoy it. That's what it
right.
is.
That's
what,
right.
That's
Dickie,
what I
if you're
did.
up there listening to us right now, we love you. And yes, you were loud.
Yes.
Yeah, you were loud, but you were wonderful.
Wonderfully loud.
He ended up being one of my brother-in-laws, too.
That's right, he did.
Yes, he sure did. I was proud of him.
Yeah, he used to drive me to school in the mornings, and I would be able to smoke a cigarette in his Jeep on the way there. Mom and Dad wouldn't know about
I
it.
didn't know about that.
This might be an interesting podcast, Ronnie. Music and Milsap, Family Secrets.
Hey, we're opening all the doors today.
Talking about transparency.
Yeah, we got it.
Yes, sir.
He almost committed suicide one time smoking.
Who did?
Cody.
Really?
He said he rolled the window down on the Jeep going down the road and almost threw the wrong butt out the window.
But good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Darrell, I'm just thinking in 1958, what made you move to Nashville?
Well, like I said, I used to listen to the great Bob Wills and Ernest Tubb and all. Those
On
were
a
my
crystal set.
heroes. And one of the only guys that could play along with me at home in Ohio was Johnny Paycheck. And him and I would get together and we'd pick a little bit and we'd go to Columbus, Ohio and work a place called Hank's Pizza Parlor up there.
Yeah?
And places like that. And then I got running over to Dayton and listening to Donnie Bowser. And Donnie just really inflated me so much I couldn't believe it. But we got talking one day and Paycheck said, let's go to Nashville. And I, at the time, was painting barns and outbuildings with an old 4-inch brush, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got my paycheck and I climbed down off that ladder and I went down and I bought us 2 bus tickets to Nashville, me and Paycheck.
Oh,
And that's how we got here. We came down together and he introduced me to a bunch of people.
Did he ever pay you back for the bus ticket?
Oh, yeah. You know what was really funny was the first Saturday night, I'd heard the broadcast from Nashville, the Saturday night show. And I said, gee, at Christmas, I'd love to see that in person. So I went down there that night, and I'm standing in front of the bandstand, and they all started picking and singing and everything. It was the Ernest Tubb record shop thing.
oh,
And I'm standing in front of the bandstand just going crazy because I'm watching all the pickers and everything. I hadn't seen that before. And I'd heard of Ernest Tubb, but I'd never seen him. Well, he come walking out on stage, and he sung 2 or 3 songs. And I'm standing there in the middle of all these people and hanging on the bandstand. And he looked down at me and said, son, are you a singer? I said, yes, sir. And I was shaking all over.
yeah.
He said, would you like to sing on the Midnight Jamboree tonight? And I said, yes, I would, sir. He's the first one to let me sing in Nashville, Tennessee, Ernest Tubb.
He was really a very generous guy.
Yes, he
Ernest
was.
Tubb was just so friendly to all the artists.
Yes, he got me up and I got to sing on the Midnight Jamboree.
What'd you sing?
I don't remember. Probably one of his songs.
Okay.
And Jimmy Day was playing steel.
Oh,
my goodness. I loved the steel guitar anyway. But
Boy.
he had his wonderful band there with him that night.
Darrell, I read that when you and Johnny Paycheck moved to Nashville, that you two set out to do a duo project together.
Well, we started to record as a duet, but when we came to town, we came in as a brother act. Darrell and Donnie Young.
Yeah.
Wow.
We called ourselves the Young Brothers.
Cool.
Well, we came to town. They didn't want no more brother acts. They already had the Leuven brothers, the Wilburn brothers, the Stanley brothers, the McCormick brothers. They didn't want another brother act.
the Leuven brothers.
Yeah.
So that split us up.
Yeah.
And so he went to California and left me here by myself in Nashville. And it just happened, though, I was one of the only harmony singers in Nashville. So that's how I got to make a living. I got to being called by a lot of the artists wanting me to sing harmony with them on their records.
Good.
First thing I ever did that got to be a #1 record was a song called The Keys in the Mailbox by Freddie Hart.
Boy, that's a good one.
That's the first one I ever did harmony that got to be #1. But I got to sing with Farron and a lot of other artists, George Jones,
Bill Anderson.
Bill Anderson. Oh, yeah, Bill. I was cut
99 years.
99 years, a bunch of stuff.
Ray Price.
Ray Price.
And then you had that Nashville producer ask you to join the Little Dippers.
Oh, yeah. Little Dippers.
Buddy Killen.
Buddy
yeah.
Killen, yes.
Yeah.
He wrote this song called Forever, and I was trying to pick up an extra $1 or two, so I was painting the office in his building. I'm up on a ladder, and he had already recorded this song called Forever, and the harmony singer in the group left, and so he was stuck with needing a harmony singer. So he's interviewing these guys coming in the office, while I'm up on a ladder painting. He's having them over there by the piano singing this one part in the song. And I'm up there painting all day long, listening to these guys sing this one part in this song. And we got through that evening. He said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't find nobody. I said, buddy, I can do that part. He said, what? I said, yeah, I can sing that part. He said, come here a minute. I went over and sung the part, and he said, you're on. You go down to this shop downtown and get fitted for a new suit. You guys, one of the first shows we did was Dick Clark American Bandstand.
Oh, that's cool. So you were an actual member of the Little Dippers?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I actually remember that song.
Do you really?
It's a great song, yeah.
It is a
Hold
wonderful
me, kiss
record.
me,
Yeah.
whisper sweetly that you love me forever.
I pulled it up on YouTube and I went, why do I remember this song? But I'm sure my folks played the stink out of it.
Oh, my God. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I can't ever forget how friendly Ernest Tubb was to artists.
I thought the world of him. You know what was really funny was later on I put my group together. This is a long time down the line, and us living here in town, and I had a few records in the charts, and they started booking me solid in Texas because we had a lot of following there.
Yeah.
And I was trying to carry a band out of Nashville. Well, Ernest called me one day and he said, son, he said, I'm retiring. He said, I understand. My son Dean told me that you needed a bus, but you couldn't afford one. I said, oh, yeah, that's right. I was trying to rent trailers and all that kind of stuff and pull them with the truck and the van. And Ernest said, would you like to lease my bus? And I said, well, if I could afford it. He said, I'll make it where you can afford it.
Oh.
Really?
He said, and he said, but you got to make me a deal. I said, what? He said, I got to have a newspaper from every town you work. And he said, and I want to smoke turkey when you come home. And I said, you're on. So every time I'd come home, I'd have a stack of papers to give him and a smoked turkey.
Wow.
And I'd pull the bus in, and he'd run out and get on the bus and eat that turkey and read the papers.
Wow.
He said, I want you to have my bus because I know you're going to be working the places that I've always worked all my life, all through Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Because
cool.
that's the music that I loved, and that's the music.
But he was so kind to
Yes.
everybody.
It kept me alive for a long time. What was really funny, a story on that, I was leasing the bus, and it came Easter time, and I had a show to work down in Corpus. So I told Mona, I said, honey, I want you and the kids, Cody and Guianne, to go with me, and we'll go to Corpus and do the show, and then we're coming back on Easter Sunday. We'll be home Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
So I took Mona and the 2 kids with me, Cody here and Deanne. We went and did the show, and the next day was Sunday, was Easter. Well, we hid Easter eggs on the bus.
Yeah.
Mona decorated the bus, and we're running down the road at 80 miles an hour, and the kids are hunting Easter eggs on the bus.
That's awesome.
It's such a memorable Easter for me.
Cody, you might have the coolest dad on planet Earth.
The best.
I think I do.
Oh, I love that boy with all my heart.
Ronnie, you told me that Darrell used to be an actor, so we need to put him on the spot with that.
Yeah. Hey, Darrell, I know when you were getting started, you got into the movies as an actor.
Oh, well, I guess it's because I was just so darn cute.
That's right.
No, I don't know how it happened, but I did a thing with Leroy Van Dyke called What Am I Bid? And I did a couple other things out there in California. It was just as an extra. You know, they run me in there, didn't ever tell anybody who I was or nothing, but just run me in as an extra. And I never did really want to be a movie star. I just wanted to be a singer.
Okay, yeah, that
I
makes
love
sense.
my country music, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Nashville Rebel?
Oh, yeah. Road
to Nashville?
to Nashville, Nashville
And
Rebel.
What Am I?
What Am I Bid?
What Am I Bid?
Yeah.
Yeah, those 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never wanted to be a movie star. It's just not my bag. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I hate to be trying to be somebody else. You know, that's my thing. It's hard enough being myself.
Yeah.
You also did a theme song, didn't you, Dad, for a movie?
HUD.
Paul Newman movie.
Paul Newman movie, yeah.
Boy, he's a good one.
Boy, he was a good one. But like I said, I never wanted to be a movie actor, you know, so... But I've always loved to sing and pick.
Oh, yeah.
My family still does. I got a brother, David, my oldest brother.
Yeah.
He's 89 years old.
Wow.
He lives in Ohio, and he's never been in the music business, but he still plays his guitar. And he plays like Chet Atkins and Merle Travis and all that.
Really? Wow.
And he's the one that actually showed me the first steps in the guitar when I was just a baby. But he's still playing his guitar, and he's one of the best guitar players you'll listen to.
Wow. Cody here's a picker.
Really?
I am.
Yeah, he's a picker.
Yeah, I just like to do whatever sounds good to me. It doesn't have to be one certain kind of music. You know what I mean?
I worked some jobs with Cody back in the day, and his
Yes,
crew,
you did.
Yeah.
they'd be up there on ladders working, singing some of the most traditional country you've ever heard in your life.
Oh, yeah, and harmonies.
And the harmonies were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like, there's something special about that kid, and I finally met him and found out who his daddy is.
Yeah.
Well, that explains that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done harmony with me on my records, too,
Oh, neat.
Oh, yeah.
down there in Texas.
For years now.
Well, Mr. Podcast Producer,
Yes, sir, Ronnie.
can we play one of Darrell's records?
Well, sure. What do you want to hear?
Somebody in Memphis sent me this song called A Long Line of Empties. I thought, what a great song. And I thought of Darrell McCall. He'd be the right person to sing it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ronnie.
So we cut it when I had Ground Star downtown. We cut it there, and it turned out to be a great record.
Darrell McCall got to work in the Disneyland of recording studios?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember being there when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, during
Oh,
that
man.
recording. Yeah.
Count it all blessing.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Podcast Producer, won't you run this record for us?
Absolutely. Who wrote this, Darrell?
Yeah, this song was written by Gene Rowe and Patty Ferguson.
Boy, he's great.
Yep. Buddy Emmons.
Boy, here comes Darrell right now.
Bottle by bottle, I'm forgetting about you.
Goosebumps.
Go, baby, go.
And the way I've been hurting, it's gonna take quite a few.
Preach on.
Never knew that I'd miss you the way that I do.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
There'll be a long line of empties between me and you. Baby, oh baby, what will I do? For my hands are unsteady and my mood's a deep blue.
Boy, this is country music at its best.
Indeed.
I want you and I need you, but I'm glad you can't see. this long line of empties between you and me. Every night there's somebody to put me to bed.
Yeah.
He's my one and only friend now,
Preach on.
old Johnny Walker Red.
I know him.
He's been my constant companion ever since your goodbye. He won't tell I kiss your picture,
Yeah.
or how often I cry. Darling, oh darling, if you change your mind and you come looking for me, I'll be easy to find. There'll be millions of teardrops and all of them mine, and a long line of empties that I leave behind, and a long line of empties that I leave behind.
I've always loved waltzes.
Yeah,
And
me
that-
too.
That is really good.
Thank you,
Darrell
Ronnie.
McCall right there.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Recorded it at Ground Star that day.
Yes.
The Disneyland of recording studios.
I love the
Yes.
production of that.
What do you got, Mona?
You know what I remember about this? I
Yeah.
remember Darrell running through it one time, and then I remember Ronnie saying, "Hey, Darrell, pull that stool over here a minute and sit on there. I'm hearing something else. I want to hear something else out of you. Sit on that stool and do that again."
Yeah.
And man, it turned out. When he sat on that stool, something different came out, and Ronnie said, "That's what I wanted right there."
That's it.
That is awesome.
Darrell, right about now in the podcast, I like to answer questions from my fans. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely, yes.
Good. Hey, Darrell, grab one of those questions out of the fishbowl over there for us.
It's all Darrell's fault this
Watch
time.
your fingers.
Good. Let's do it.
Okay, Ronnie, the first question out of the fishbowl today comes from Daisy Ketter, Ketter, from South Carolina.
Oh,
Ooh, this is nice and short. She asks, who's been your manager the longest? That comes from Daisy in South Carolina.
my goodness, Daisy, I've had several managers over the years. My first one was a guy named Jack Johnson,
Oh, yeah.
who got me the deal on RCA. He was managing Charlie Pride, and he also managed my career. He was great. Then I had a gentleman out in California named Dan Cleary, a wonderful manager, probably the best I ever had. And I got my current manager is Mr. Bert Stein.
Oh, you've had him for a long time,
I
Ronnie.
have, he's great.
Ever since I've worked with you.
He's a great man.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
Thank you, Daisy, for that great question. I hope that answers it for you.
Okay, Ronnie, our second question today out of the fishbowl comes from Matthew Bentley, Grand Bay, Alabama.
How about that?
And he writes, my name is Matthew Bentley. I've been a huge fan of yours since I was a kid. I've been to 2 of your shows. I was wondering if you ever knew a Nashville session musician named Benny Kennerson. He was a great uncle of mine. He was born blind to poor parents in Mississippi, but learned to play the piano and other instruments, and eventually moved to Nashville and worked with a lot of singers. When Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton parted ways, he bought their fireside studio in Nashville and produced a couple of small records. Was just curious if you ever remembered crossing paths with him. I know you're not touring much anymore, but it's always been a dream of mine to meet you. Hopefully we will cross paths ourselves sometime. Thanks and God bless. That comes from Matthew Bentley in Grand Bay, Alabama.
Matthew, hey, thank you, man. And no, I never had the opportunity to meet your uncle. I'm sure he was great, I'm sure. If he bought Fireside Studio, that's a big deal. I really had my hands full at Ground Star downtown. I had the building, and I was working on records all the time.
So you weren't the only one out there, Ronnie, that was dealing with and running a studio in Nashville.
That's right. I did it and I had fun doing it.
So, Ronnie, while you were talking to Matthew Bentley, I looked up this guy's name, Benny Kennerson. And up came the Oklahoman. I guess it's a news source.
Yeah.
This was published on March 28th, 1982. It says, 3 Shawnee men buy into Porter Wagner's studio. It says here that 3 Shawnee businessmen and a Nashville man have purchased Porter Wagner's recording studio in Nashville for the amount in excess of $500,000.
Oh!
Wow. The Oklahomans are Craig Kendall, owner of Southwest Chemical Company in Ada, Terry West, an attorney and owner of Johnny Cake Enterprises and Sunbelt Exploration, and Mike Smith, owner of Smith Music Company and Smith Company Promotions. Benny Kennerson is the 4th owner.
Oh.
It says Kennerson, a Nashville musician, will operate the studio. The Fireside Studio was built in 1973 by country and western stars Wagner and Dolly Parton. Wagner became full owner of the studio when the singing duo split a few years later. There you have it.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure they had fun in Porter's studio. I know they did.
I wonder if that place is still around, Ronnie.
I bet it is.
Probably. Unless Big Money moved into Nashville and tore it down to make a condo.
Yeah.
The story of our life lately.
Why is everybody's wanting to move to Nashville?
Oh, don't get me started, Ronnie. Don't even get me started. I guess we're one of those big boom cities that people escape their rotten political policies and high taxes to come here. Of course, Wall Street firms are buying up all the homes and knocking down historical buildings, erasing the last physical history we can even touch. Gone but not forgotten, right?
I'm afraid so.
I hate that.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thank you, Matthew, for that great question. Thank you, buddy.
That's some cool history there, Ronnie.
Yeah.
So what does the McCall family here think about all this change, all this growth here in Nashville? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, thumbs down for me.
Yeah.
I remember when it was kind of sparse here in town, you know?
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah, everybody had their own Tomcat.
What about you, Cody? You live here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
But it's been so it's happened so fast that I haven't
Hey,
really
Cody,
it hasn't really sunk
I
in.
want to ask you.
Sure.
Don't you think that they're preparing for the Tennessee Titans to win a Super Bowl here?
Yeah, it seems to be.
I think that's where they're headed.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they building a new stadium that
They
we
are.
don't need?
Yeah, they are.
Cody, you live in Davidson County. I just want to thank you for paying for that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you're damn right.
God, I can't imagine what your property taxes are these days.
Oh, no kidding. No
I
kidding.
escaped. I moved to a small town. We don't even have to do emissions on our vehicles. We get to thumb our nose at the government on that.
You know, we don't have to here anymore.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think it happened about a year or so ago. And, yeah.
How about you, Ronnie? When was the last time you had to take your car in to get it smogged?
I don't know, and I don't do it because I don't drive.
You've been known to drive.
I've seen you drive the bus before.
I've drive the bus at one time till I got pulled over in Fort Bragg, North
Is that really
Carolina.
a true story? I've heard that my whole life.
Yeah.
You're
I
kidding
did.
me.
I was driving a van. We had just played the E4 club that night, and I said, let me drive the van out of here. And there's my
crazy.
guitar player at that time named Stan Reese. He was sitting behind me, and he would pull on my right shoulder, and I'd turn right, pull on my left shoulder, and I'd turn left. He squeezed my shoulder, and I put the brakes on. So
Did you drive by a line of people?
I drove down Bragg Boulevard there at Fort Bragg, and the MP pulled us over. He said, "Get out of there and put your hand on the top of the van and show me your driver's license."
Oh, my God.
I said, "Well, I don't really have one. I just played a show tonight over at the E4 Club." "You mean to tell me you don't have a driver's license on you?" And I said, "No, sir, I don't." He said, "Well, don't ever let me catch you out here again without a driver's license." And I said, "You won't."
That's great, Ronnie. Man.
I get back to the hotel, and Joycey, at that time, she had something for me to eat. What I love to eat when I'd get back to the hotel was a can of beefaroni. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
I still love it.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Ronnie used to play tricks on me, too. I'd come walking up to you and you say, "Cody, I like that red shirt you got on." And I'd look down and I'd be wearing a red shirt.
Oh.
Somebody had
Yeah.
cued me in on that.
that's
I guess.
right.
Yeah.
Oh. Ronnie's been fooling us this whole time.
I know. He's not blind. I saw him pay his band off.
That's great. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Darrell.
Yes.
I know you're a songwriter, and you wrote a great song that Hank Jr. recorded eventually. Tell us about that.
You know, I'm glad you said that. I never did really claim to be a songwriter, but every once in a while something will fall out. I got to missing my mama real bad because she practically raised us 5 kids by herself while Dad was in the service. And
Yeah.
I'd been out here on the road for like 3 years, and I hadn't seen my mom. And I got to thinking about her real heavy one day, and I think I was working with Ray Price at the time. And we were going through this little town, and I asked them if they'd pull over. There was a little flower shop on the side of the road, and I stopped and I got out, and I bought 11 roses, and I got a little card, and I wrote to my mother. I said, "This is 11 roses. You're the 12th rose."
That's right.
And I sent her those roses, and that inspired a song idea that I later put together when I was working with Hank Jr.
Yeah.
And Lamar Morris told me, said, "Darrell, you got to sing that song to Hank." Well, I went up and sung it to Hank, and I had to sing it 4 or 5 times for him because he wanted to keep hearing it over and over and over again. Well,
Yeah.
he said, "I want to cut this." So I got home, and Mona and I were living in an apartment at the time, and the phone rung about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock that night, and it was Hank.
Yeah.
He's calling me from a recording studio. Said, "Darrell, you got to hear your song. I just recorded it." I said, "What?" He said, "I just recorded 11 roses." I said, "Hank, I'm not through writing it yet. I was going to put another verse." He said, "Believe me, you're finished with it."
Oh, man.
So he played it to me on the phone that night, and it just knocked me out. So
That's a great story.
that's the first number one I ever wrote, the only number one I ever wrote.
Yeah, I know you played on the Grand Ole Opry stage. How did it feel the first time you went on?
I was scared to death, but I was singing harmony, I think, with Farron.
Yeah.
And then later, Cody, my son, told me, he said that I'd played the electric bass the first time on the Opry, and I think I was the first electric bass player on
And
the
this
Opry.
was at the Ryman, though.
It
This
was-
wasn't,
yeah,
this
the
was
Ryman.
the original Ryman, yes.
Really?
So it's just, you know, a lot of things happen musically-wise in our family, and to me, I don't really use that as a prop for anything. I just go ahead and do it, you know, because I love to do it.
I know you do.
We need to hang a plaque in there that says Darrell McCall was the first electrified bass player in the Ryman.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll put it next to the Minnie Pearl statue.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Darrell, there's a song that you cut, and I think it's just one of the best country records I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. There's still a lot of love in San Antonio. Where did you cut that?
We cut it back in Nashville.
Really?
Yes, and what had happened was we were living in San Antonio, and Doodle Owens and Lou Rochelle came down to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And they got to hanging out downtown, and they just loved downtown San Antonio.
Yeah.
So they wrote this song, and they brought it to me, and they said, "We've written you a song."
Wow.
And they sung me this song, and I told Mona, I said, "This is a hit record."
Yeah, it is.
The River Festival, that's what it was. KKYX, you bet. Yes, it was. But Doodle Owens and Lou Rochelle wrote this song, and he brought it to me out there. We were making our home in Helotes, Texas at the time. they sung me this song, and I immediately got on a plane and flew back to Nashville here and recorded it. It's called There's Still a Lot of Love in Old San Antonio.
Well, Mr. Podcast Producer, roll it.
You got it.
Yeah.
I hear your new love found another darling.
Boy, that's great.
And they say you sure have missed me since he's gone. Well, you don't have to live with lonely feelings, 'cause there's still a lot of love in San Antonio.
What a record.
If you're longing for the moonlight and the roses, if you need me and you love me, come on home.
Yeah.
Yep.
The moon still shines like silver on the river, and there's still a lot of love in San Antonio. As far as I'm concerned, he only helped you to realize where all your love belongs.
Boy.
A future full of love is all he left you, 'cause there's still a lot of love in San Antonio. If you're longing for the moonlight and the roses, if you need me and you love me, come on home.
Boy, that's good. That is
The
really
moon
good.
still shines like silver
Yeah.
on the river, and there's still a lot of love in San Antonio. There's still a lot of love in San Antonio.
Boy, what
Yeah.
a record. What a record.
Wow. That's some thick, gooey country there, Darrell.
Yeah.
Man.
That is really good stuff.
I was going to say, I just love the old country music stuff, and that was right down my alley right there. The reason I recorded it.
It is great.
I thought they really wrote a great song.
They did.
Ronnie jokingly told an audience once, in reference to traditional country, he said, referring to today's country, and Ronnie's hip. I mean, he loves a lot of the new stuff and the young artists, but he jokingly once, I heard you say, Ronnie, we've come a long ways down since Hank.
We have. We really have.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
well,
that's the
you know,
truth.
I hope you
Wow.
like bubble gum, because there's a lot of that out there these days.
Oh, yeah.
And auto-tune.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't go anywhere without auto-tune.
That's right.
Oh.
You can make anybody
Exactly.
sing perfect.
Yeah.
I actually sing better drunk without auto-tune.
Yeah.
From the crotch.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. Not from the heart anymore.
I like the manual tune.
Yeah, yeah, the manual tune.
Manual tune's the best.
Well, that's what's neat about you, Darrell and Ronnie. I mean, you guys were making this music before auto-tune even existed. I mean, you guys were the real deal. Are the real deal. What am I talking past tense for?
We
Shit.
had to just go for it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang, that's too cool.
Okay, Darrell. I know there's things you want to talk about. Tell us about the time capsule story.
Ooh.
You know, I've never really talked about this much, but I was one that helped put the time capsule down. This goes back to the early days in Nashville for me, and Hubert Long was my manager at the time,
Yeah.
and he wanted to build a building down on the Music Row next to the recording studio, Bradley's.
Yeah.
Well, he sold his property, I guess. He had this property, or he bought this property, rather, and sold it. And he told me one morning, he said, "Hey, Darrell, let's go down." He said, "I want to do something." They had just started pouring the foundation to the Capitol Record building.
Yeah.
Just started pouring the foundation. And this is something like 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, you got to go down there with me. I want you to help me do this. And I said, okay. And what he had done, he'd made a time capsule.
Cool.
And he'd told who all was in the music business, what all they'd done, and how long it took them to do this, and who was managing them, and all this, and where they were working.
Who was in the charge.
This was all in a big time capsule. Who all the record labels were, and all this kind of stuff.
And who all stabbed you in the back?
Yes, and it was all up to date. We went down there, and I dug a hole in the corner where they was going to put the cornerstone of the Capitol Record Building. Dug a big hole and stuck that capsule down in that hole, and we covered it up with dirt. And they came in later and put the foundation down and built that Capitol Record Building. So the time capsule is still in there, and it tells a story of who was recording at the time, what they had out, and how high their records got in the charts, and all this kind of stuff.
That's cool.
It's still there. A lot of people don't know this because I've never talked about it.
Guess what, Darrell? You just told a few million listeners, and there's going to be people digging on somebody's private property real soon looking for it.
It's in the corner of the building.
Yeah, every time I drive down that road, I see it.
Good,
I look
Cody.
right at that cornerstone, and I know where it is.
That's great.
Well, that was it. We buried that time capsule that morning. And I've never told nobody about that, you know.
Well, how do you feel about Ronnie's fans hearing this story?
Great.
I love it.
I do too.
I love it. I love it.
I'd love for it to get dug up and
It's
look
funny
at it.
you're talking about San Antonio. It's Charlie Pride's. All his band seemed like they lived in San Antonio.
Right.
Yeah.
Randy Reinhardt was one of them, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Boy, he was great.
Yes, he was.
Darrell, I want to talk to you because I know you dated a particular person named Virginia Hensley.
Uh-oh.
Virginia Hensley.
Yeah, more favorably known as Patsy Cline.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, well.
Tell me about dating her.
I was a young boy here in Nashville, and I always thought girls were really cute, a lot cuter than boys.
Yeah.
And I was single, and most everybody here was married. So there really wasn't too many single boys here in town. And got to visiting with Patsy, and we got to run a little bit together. And she told me one day, she said, why don't you fly over to Kansas City with me? We'll take our private plane and fly over there and do this show for this old boy named Cactus Jack. He's kept us alive for a while playing our music, and he's got a place over there we can pick. And I said, okay. So I said, yeah, I'll fly over there. She said, we'll take our plane. And I said, all right. So right at the last minute before we were supposed to leave, Ray Price called me. And Buddy Emmons had told Ray, said, we've lost our harmony singer and our front man here with the Cherokee Cowboys, and we need one. They said, Darrell McCall can do your stuff and front the Cherokee Cowboys with me, because Buddy was my friend at the time.
Yeah.
So I called Patsy and I told her, I said, I've got the job offered to me that I've always wanted. Ray Price called me and asked me if I'd front his Cherokee Cowboys and sing harmony with him. I said, sure I would. So I had to call her and tell her that, and she got so upset. Well, I thought we meant something to each other, and I said, well, we did, but that's not going to change nothing. I said, I just love this job. Well, Ray called me and said, Darrell, I want you and Buddy to go out to the airport and push my plane out of the hangar and gas it up. Said, we're going to fly to so-and-so and do a show and come back, and just me and you and Buddy and our pilot, Keith Bandy. I said, okay. So Buddy and I went out and pushed the little plane out of the hangar, and we took off and did our show. And on the way back, we stopped somewhere to fuel up in our plane, and the pilot said, I know a shortcut to Nashville. I'm not going to stay on the flight pattern. Said, I know a shortcut through the hills here. And we got to listening to the ground radio station, and it came across the station that they were down. Patsy and them were down.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And boy, it really got me. And whoever got my seat was either Cowboy Copas or Hawkshaw Hawkins. One of the two got my seat.
Well, I'm glad you were not on that plane.
Me too.
What's really funny, the ironic part of this, is when we got to Nashville,
Oh, yeah.
I went down to Lion Ball's restaurant to eat because I was living by myself. And I went in to eat, and as I walked in the door, Patsy's record of Sweet Dreams started playing on the jukebox.
Oh,
Wow.
And the beginning of that is the fiddles going,
yeah, that's great. Owen Bradley.
yeah, sweet dreams of you.
I have that song on my computer here, Darrell. Let's eerily relive that moment.
Oh, my God. Sound just like a plane crashing,
Oh, I never thought about that.
Boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it really got me. But anyway, that's part of my growing up in the music business.
Yeah.
What a story.
Darrell, you chose a heck of a profession in life.
I love it. I really do. I still love it. You know, it goes back with me to, when I was born, the good Lord gives you a gift,
Amen.
Yes.
And he gave me a gift of music.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he'd take care of me as long as I did it. Well, I'm still doing it, and I don't want to quit.
Preach it.
Yeah, that's right.
That is
That's
too
it.
cool.
I'm trying to do what I was gifted for.
That's
That is
right.
great.
Well, the old clock on the wall got us again. Darrell McCall, God bless you, man. I've known him for 50 years. He's like family to me.
Wow.
Yes.
And a great singer.
Ronnie, I just want to tell you I love you, partner, and I want people to know that you were my producer a long time ago also.
Wow.
So I just want to tell you I love you, partner. Thank you for everything, and I want to thank all the people, all our listeners,
Yes.
for what all they've done for us in
Yes.
the music business all these years. God bless y'all. Have a good night and have a good year, okay?
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, right.
I want to thank Cody McCall for being here with us today. That's great, Cody. Thank you, man.
Yes. Well, it's been great, Ronnie. I've
Hey.
really enjoyed doing this. Thank you for telling stories.
Thank you, Cody. And don't forget Mona McCall. Never.
Ever.
I love you, Ronnie
Hey,
Milsap.
we love you, Mona.
Yeah, we do.
She's a
love you,
keeper.
Ronnie.
I'm glad that Patsy Cline thing didn't work out with you.
So am
Boy, am
I.
I ever
I am
glad.
too. I think my mom's a little cuter than she is anyway.
I agree.
I think so,
no.
too.
She also made you one of my friends. I mean,
Exactly.
I wouldn't have you if it wasn't for this wonderful woman here.
That's right.
Sweet.
And thank you, folks, for listening to our podcast. We're available on YouTube and RonnieMilsap.com.
Woo! I know that's right. So, Ronnie, why don't you tell our good listeners how they can get a question into the fishbowl to you?
If you've got a question for me, send it to questionsformilsap@gmail.com. Catch you on the next show. Love y'all. 29.
Oh, yeah.
To all of you.